Just when you thought the case of Vicky White and Casey White was over, Casey White, the dangerous inmate who escaped the detention center, has now been hit with a new charge, felony murder, in connection to the death of Vicky White, the former corrections officer. The pair had allegedly been having a relationship for at least 2 years. They spent 11 days on the run, evading authorities, before they were caught after a short chase and then a crash in Indiana. It was in that moment that authorities say Vicky White shot herself in the head, taking her own life. And with it, a lot of the answers to questions that we may never know. Casey White was arrested and brought back to Alabama, and now a grand jury in Lauderdale County has indicted him for felony murder. In Alabama, someone can be charged with felony murder when someone dies while a defendant is committing a crime. I'm joined tonight live by members of Casey White's legal team, Robert Tuten, Marcus Helstowski, and Nick Lough join us now. Thank you to all of you for being with us tonight. First of all, I want to get your reaction to this felony murder charge. Did this come as a surprise to you? And did the escape inherently cause Vicky White to take her own life?
Well, it was not totally a surprise. We had communicated with the DA's office last week. He indicated that this was his intent, that he was going to try to get this indictment. If you look at the letter of the law, maybe it fits. But if you look at the facts and the intent of this case, I'm not so sure. We'll have to litigate that. But here's the thing. There's so much about this case that we would love to discuss with you tonight. But the Alabama State Bar has some very explicit rules on what a lawyer can say about a case pre-trial. And that's to preserve the integrity of the trial and make sure that jurors, potential jurors, are not making up their mind about the case before it ever gets into the courtroom. So
I understand. Yeah, and there's so much that we don't know. I mean, you mentioned it. We haven't heard from Casey White. Obviously, we're not going to hear from Vicky White. We haven't heard from Casey what happened. I mean, I know there's a lot you can't share, but can you at least let us, I mean, how long were they planning this? Can you give us a little glimpse of what was happening behind the scenes from the perspective of what Casey has told you?
Well, those are things we can't discuss. But here's the thing. Casey White is going to plead not guilty when he's arraigned. We're going to be filing motions. We're going to be filing a motion specifically demanding to see the autopsy report of Vicky White. And I'm sure when we see that, that's going to spark more motions. So there's a lot here that we don't even know yet.
Will Casey White be pleading not guilty to the escape charge also?
Well, the escape charge is apparently included in the indictment on felony murder. So yes, absolutely.
And I think also
So
it's important to share. I was going to say it's important to let everybody know we're in the early stages of this. This is very early on. We just received discovery today. We filed for that weeks and weeks ago. We've not even had a chance to review anything yet. I mean, so everybody wants to talk about trial right now, but this is the early stages of this. There's some serious questions that are out there. We understand that the public has some serious questions. Marcus, you've been reading on social media all day today on some of this stuff too. I know we're watching it, we see it, we understand it, but there's just things that we can't get into right now.
The coroner was pretty clear at the time. I was out there covering it in Indiana, that Vicky White took her own life. Why are you so keen on getting this autopsy? I saw that you mentioned that in the statement you put out. Why is the autopsy so important? Do you expect there to be some kind of surprise?
Sure. You know, we want a copy of that autopsy because we understand what the coroner has told you previously. However, that's going to be a key item of evidence when we try this case. It's extremely important to show that Casey White was not the individual that shot Vicky White. Casey will plead not guilty. We will certainly hold the state to their burden of proof, which is beyond a reasonable doubt on this matter. And we will make sure that Casey's constitutional rights are taken care of during the course of these proceedings.
I'm just trying to understand pleading. I get that the felony murder, there's issues there, and you're going to fight that out. But in terms of the escape charge, I mean, we've seen the surveillance video where he walks out. I mentioned it. I was in Indiana at the end of the car chase when it all ended, and he was there. How do you fight an escape charge? I mean, it seems pretty clear that he did escape.
You fight it one day at a time. You review the evidence. This case, I mean, this is the biggest criminal case going on in the country right now, arguably, right? But it doesn't change the way that we do or fight these cases. It doesn't change the strategy on what you do in a case like this. Collectively, you know, we've been involved in high-profile trials before. Just because it's a high-profile trial doesn't mean it's any different than if it was a low-level misdemeanor case. You go through it, you fight for your client, you review the evidence. Every case is fact-dependent. And right now, we don't have all the facts yet. Again, we just got discovery today. We're still reviewing all that.
And I know you don't want to get into specifics right now and you just got discovery, but the fact that you pled not guilty makes me think that you're going to turn this around on Vicky White and say that she's the one who planned this and that he was just following along and she was in power and she was in command because she was the guard. Is that the direction you guys are going in?
Well, again, we can't discuss our strategy at this point. We would love to tell you everything right now, but we just can't. These are things that the state bar will not let us discuss.
I understand. And listen, I mean, Vicky White is obviously no longer with us, so it's going to be very, very easy to try and put words in her mouth right now. I want to ask you, the three of you brought up social media. This story has been crazy on social media. The following was insane. Have you guys received, I mean, it seems like people have been lashing out at you guys for representing Casey White. Have you received threats or anything like that?
Marcus, you want to add?
Yeah, sure. We have received threats. That happened shortly after we entered appearance in this matter. There were threats that were made to our office. There were threats that were made to one of our co-counsel's homes, and there were threats that were made to our church. So, yes, we have received threats. That has kind of calmed down. We have very good local law enforcement that got involved, and we're in good shape at this point in time.
Yeah, and obviously, regardless of the case, everyone has a right to representation in this country, and it's ridiculous that the three of you would receive threats of any kind. So what happens next? What's the next big development here? Is there a hearing coming up?
There should be an arraignment fairly soon. It's really too early to tell about those things right now. Motions have to be filed. We need rulings from the court on various evidentiary issues and procedural issues, and it'll be up to the judge to schedule hearings that should be coming up in the near future.
And I understand that this indictment was just released. You just got the discovery you mentioned like within the last 24 hours. So there's a lot you can't talk about. But I hope we can have the three of you on again when you're able to open up a little more and provide some insight, hopefully, into what was happening behind the scenes. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.